Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching Fantavision, and today I'm discussing the Ubisoft E3 press conference, which was, I guess, it's so weird because I've watched all of them so far, and there's so much wrong with all of them, that when one finally has something I'm excited about, I'm like, oh wow, this was really good. In fact, I had to reshoot this because I forgot quite a bit about the conference. My brain was like, oh, just remember the games. Oh yeah. But for some reason, my brain had to even do that. It had to only think of games when they weren't. They weren't just talking about games. Let's talk about some of the ridiculous things that happened at the Ubisoft conference before we get to the games. Because that's what they did to us as we were watching it. Instead of just showing the cool new games that were coming out, they instead showed us a new TV show coming out. Yay! It's from the creators of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's going to be made by Ubisoft. And it's going to be on Apple Plus or something like that. Why are you advertising? And it was just a long advertisement for this TV show. I don't even know how I forgot. There's this long freaking advertisement for this TV show about a creative director making an MMO, and just about the guy and his crew and about this game, which I guess people get upset about. I don't really understand it. Why is this existing? Why is this being advertised at a gaming convention? Or expo, rather? I don't understand why. I mean, he came out and he talked for a really long time. And then there was a really long trailer. So that's something that's coming out. I don't remember the name of it. I don't care enough to look it up. I really don't. I don't even know why they showed it to us. Another thing that they decided to talk about at a video game press conference was the fact that they're coming out with a Division movie, which is going to be made by Ubisoft, and it'll be on Netflix. We don't know when. It's just going to be there. Okay, there wasn't a trailer or anything. Jake Gyllenhaal's going to be in it. I mean, he's been in another crappy Ubisoft video game movie, so I don't really have high hopes for this one. And the fun doesn't stop there, guys. Fun doesn't stop there. Phone games, yes, there was a phone game. They smashed all of our happiness and expectations for a Splinter Cell game by putting Sam Fisher in some painfully obvious ripoff of another cell phone game. Whatever, you send forces out at the enemy people, and there's a bunch of games like that on the phone. You take your units and you put them on the screen, they go attack the other units. It doesn't matter, it's another cell phone game. Which for some reason it's at every press conference. We've seen a freaking cell phone game at every single press conference so far. Fuck phone games. I'm so sick of them. Nobody plays these phone games. And if they do, nobody watching E3 gives a shit about these phone games. I understand that it's very expensive to be at E3 and present all this. But for the love of God, you're going to get nothing but negative press when it comes to E3 and cell phone games. We've got the Pop Figure game so far. Great. Thanks, Microsoft. We've got whatever the hell, I don't even remember, Commander Keen from Bethesda. Thanks, idiots. And now we've got this. I don't even remember the name of it. It doesn't matter. Tom Clancy's something for the phone. I don't want to play it. Stop wasting my time. That's what they've been doing at all these different press conferences. They've been wasting our time with these stupid-ass phone games. At least Square Enix, their phone games are like actual real games that they're putting on the phone. Crystal Chronicles is a real game. They're not making this dumbed-down, obvious microtransaction trap like all these other games. Blades was another one they talked about. Oh, great, you're bringing it to Switch. Thanks, assholes. I don't care. I know that has nothing to do with Ubisoft, but the fact that they have all done phone games, I'm sick of it. I'm done. I don't want any more phone things. Even if it's the coolest looking game in the world, I don't care. I'm so done with phone games at E3. It needs to stop. Okay. That's not the end of the bullshittery. I'll get all this out of the way, and then I'll talk about what I'm kind of excited for. Ubisoft now is joining everybody else and having their own subscription service, and it's $15, so I think it's more expensive than the rest. I don't know how much EA's is. I know Xbox, I believe, is like $10 a month. So there's EA, there's Ubisoft, there's Microsoft. I'm sure I'm missing other subscription ones at this point. It scares me to see all of them start getting subscription services because it's starting to look like cable. People are saying, oh, well, this is going to be a great deal for people that want to save money on games and can't afford these $60 games. No, it's really not, because if you get all of these services bundled together, oh, and they mentioned Stadia too. Uplay Plus will be on Stadia, so which will be, I believe Dreamcast guys said it'd be like $300 a year if you were to have Uplay and Stadia together at the same time, if you want the max resolution and everything. So you've got the Stadia membership, you've got the Microsoft membership, you've got the Uplay membership, you've got the EA membership. You pay for all of those. You're really not saving money now, are you? Whereas if you pick and choose and you're a patient gamer and you get these games for like $20 each and you just, oh, I want this game, oh, I want this game, I want this game, okay, cool. Who has the time to play all these games anyway? That's the thing about these subscription things. They're kind of cool that they exist because you could probably, you could spend $15 and if you've got like a month to just play whatever, or you want to demo a bunch of different games, I guess that's a great way to do that. But besides that, it terrifies me to think of those being the only option in the future. Can you imagine? It'd be like a cable bill. I don't want that when it comes to games. It's already that way in the video streaming world. It's sad. It sucks. There's like 9 of them in video streaming. I don't want that to be for video games. My favorite thing about the whole press conference happened to be one of the first things they showed, thankfully, because we're past all the BS now. We'll get into the games now. Was the Watch Dogs Legion. That game looks awesome, and it's surprising to me that there's permadeath. Like, that's so cool. There's permadeath, so you get used to this, like playing a certain character, you really enjoy them, but you'll really have an emotional impact when they die. I mean, you'll probably get used to, I'm hoping they all have their own personalities. It'd be very difficult because you can literally recruit anybody in the game. So that worries me a little bit, because what if you've got people with like the same exact personalities and the same voice actor in your roster? I feel like that's going to break, I don't know, it's going to be weird. I don't know how many voice actors they got for this game, but if they have enough, it'll be really cool to have all these different personalities, and you grow accustomed to them and you just lose them. I didn't see that coming. And there's no main character at all. It's such a novel idea, honestly. I mean, I don't know of another game that has done this where there's no main character and you're just constantly switching between a bunch of random people that you just recruited throughout the game. So you're kind of creating your own stories, and everybody's experience with this game could be different if they do it right. So I'm really excited for it. I never thought I'd be super excited for a Watch Dogs game. Watch Dogs 1 was a dumpster fire. 2 came out. I wasn't excited for it because 1 sucked. I bought it when it was cheap. I went, wow, this game's a ton of fun. Too bad nobody bought it, and they're not going to make a sequel. Now they're making a sequel. So the second one was like 1,000 times better than the first one. Maybe this will be another big leap in quality. I don't know. But I'm extremely excited. I love all the different gadgets. I love all, like I said, the personalities, all the different stats they can have. The fact that you can get anybody, how the NPCs interact with each other in the environment, how you can choose to save an NPC and then recruit them later with a different character. It looks awesome. It looks really cool. And I feel like that game is the one that really masked my memory over all the TV shows and phone games and movie stuff, because that's like the main thing I remember from the press conference. And that's like the one game I'm really excited for coming from Ubisoft. Though Rainbow Six Quarantine, it's cool that they are coming out with a new Rainbow Six game, and it's going to be a co-op type experience and a campaign instead of only multiplayer, which was the reason that I really hated Siege when it first came out. I don't hate it anymore, but I remember waiting for the longest time after Rainbow Six Vegas 2. I was so excited for a new Rainbow Six game, and then Siege came out, and I was so upset because all I wanted was another co-op single-player campaign experience, and Quarantine's looking to bring that. It's weird that it's 3-player co-op. I don't get this whole 3-player thing recently. But fine, that's great that it's co-op. It's weird that it's going to be like an infection and zombie things. I wish it was just people, but I'm not going to judge it yet. They really haven't shown off a whole lot. So I am excited for it, but my excitedness is reserved because they showed like nothing. But something they did show quite a bit of, at least after the press conference, they really didn't show much during, was Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Sorry, I forgot the name for a second. It looks a lot like Wildlands, obviously. It's another open world Ghost Recon game, which Wildlands was, it was okay. There was lots of technical issues, visual issues. It was basically Crackdown, but Ubisoft made it, which is fine. I liked Crackdown a lot. Not the other ones, but I liked Crackdown 1 a lot, so having another game like that, it was pretty fun. It was a fun game to screw around in, tackle missions however you wanted. This new game hopefully will fix all the issues from the first one. Maybe it'll be a Watch Dogs 1, Watch Dogs 2 moment, because the driving, it was like you were drunk in the first game, just completely drunk all the time. So hopefully they fix that in Breakpoint. And something they showed in the gameplay, because there was like a 25-minute video of the gameplay. I don't want more survival things. I don't want more nitpicky, small little details like Red Dead Redemption 2 had, where you gotta take care of the horse, and there's all these over-exaggerated animations. They already have that in Breakpoint. If you want 5% accuracy before you start your mission, you gotta do a 15-second animation where you look at your gun. I don't want to do that. That does not look like fun. If you're really injured, you have to take care of it in a different way. Otherwise, you have lasting damage for a while before you heal. I don't want to deal with that. You have to drink water. I don't want to deal with all these different micromanagement things. I'm hoping that is less of a thing in a lesser difficulty, and it's more prevalent in kind of a survival difficulty. All these different stamina meters and thirst meters, and I don't want that in my Ghost Recon game. I want to go in my mission. I want to tackle it however I want. I want to shoot people. That's what I want to do. I want to jump out in a helicopter, parachute down, snipe the people in the guard towers, sneak in, stealth assassinate people. But no, we do have all these different survival things we're going to have to worry about. But along with those survival things, there are some cool stuff like covering yourself in mud and the different classes now. Instead of just going in with whatever loadout, there are different classes that have different stats that will help you, which is interesting. I don't know if it's a step in the right direction, though. I kind of like the open-endedness of the first one, but maybe because they'll have them more specialized, they'll be able to bring more cool, unique things to each class. I don't know. We'll have to see. Gods and Monsters. It's a game they announced. Looks like a game. I don't know. It looks okay. They didn't really show off enough for me to form any opinion about it. It's whatever. Roller Champions looks like another one of those fantasy type sports games, kind of like Rocket League, which have infinite replayability if done right. So I do have high hopes for it. Plus it's free to play. So as long as they do the monetization correctly and they do the updates at a steady pace, I could see this game being something. I just downloaded the demo, haven't had the chance to play it yet. But when I do, I'll let you know my thoughts. If you want a video about it, let me know in the comments. That's it. It wasn't a lot of new stuff. Of course, there's updates to all their existing games. Apparently, For Honor still exists. I didn't know that. I kind of forget, and then E3 rolls around, and then Ubisoft goes, remember this game? And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. That game existed. It was, I didn't hold my attention enough. That's the problem with live service games, like I've said in the past. They're all fighting for all of your attention. I don't have time for that. I really don't. That's why I don't play For Honor. That's why I haven't played Division 2 in forever. Division 2 is a really fun game, but as other games I gotta play. I can't give all my time to Division 2. Anyway, so that was the conference. No new Assassin's Creed, which I'm actually happy about. Really, I am. Because take your time, guys. Take your time. God, I'm hoping there's not a bunch of phone games in the Nintendo press conference. I don't know. Anyway, overall, meh. That's kind of my take on the whole thing. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the Ubisoft press conference. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys.